Leave the mulch yard.
AC Expressway, no reported incidents right now. Shoot 295 starting to slow down a little bit coming into 42, and watch out on 70 East coming in towards Kings Highway. We've got some slowdowns. Traffic across the Delaware not bad. Hudson River crossings 15 minutes coming into New Jersey at the Holland Tunnel. Leaving New Jersey slows as the George Washington Bridge. At least 15 minutes to the upper level and very slow across that span. The Goddard School offers the best childhood preparation for social and academic success. Learning for fun, learning for life at the Goddard School. Visit GoddardSchool.com. Traffic every 15 minutes. Next report at 4:03. I'm Tom Rivers on New Jersey 101.5.
New Jersey 101.5 instant weather today looks to be the second warmest day of the past week and a half as highs reach for the mild mid-50s. Will become partly sunny and a bit breezy through the rest of the afternoon too. Tonight, clearing skies, lows dropping down mainly into the mid-30s. Can't rule out a couple of 20s out there. And then tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy skies. And eventually tomorrow afternoon and evening, we'll see some showers coming in. They'll start as rain and potentially changing over to some snow tomorrow night as temperatures drop. But highs tomorrow before the rain will be upper 40s to upper upper 50s across New Jersey. Wednesday, we return to sunshine to start the month of April. Bit on the cool side, though, highs in the upper 40s, but looks like we're making a run for 60 degrees for Thursday. I'm meteorologist Dan Zero.
In Fanwood, it's 52, Englishtown 53, Vineland 54. Weather every 10 minutes on New Jersey 101.5. Get meteorologist Dan Zero's 5-day forecast anytime at nj1015.com. 3:50. All right, talking about returning things after you use them and pretending like you didn't. Mary Beth in Sayreville, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey guys, how are you?
Okay.
This was many, many years ago. I worked at Sears. I was the manager of the men's clothing department, and I got called to the counter. I was an elderly lady, and
Εδώ είχα κάνει τη δουλειά στο county και άρχισα από εδώ και τελειώνει στο φανάρι. Έβαλα σωλήνες δίπλα από τις στήλους από την αριστερή μεριά. Αυτή η δουλειά ήταν περίπου το μισό εκατομμύριο. Αυτά και τα αυτοκίνητα, το Garrels, αριστερά και δεξιά, τα έβαλα εγώ. Και η δουλειά τελείωσε εδώ που είναι το χωνί. Εδώ ακριβώς.
You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, Doyle, how's it going?
All right, Dave.
Hey, I just wanted to say, I mean, now that the last caller actually had some good points, but I just wanted to defend the guy a couple calls ago. I don't technically really think it's stealing if you're taking the stuff and then returning it.
Why not?
And well, I mean, with some guidelines, I think, and I used to work at Walmart. I used to be a department manager just like the last caller. And I know when it comes to like electronics, when you're returning things like that, they don't go back on the shelf. They usually send them back to the manufacturer, or they'll get like a credit and it'll just be resubmitted with a new item. So I think in a sense, and then when it comes to clothing, absolutely you should not be returning things that you wore and that you can really even see that it was used, you know? But I worked at Burlington Coat Factory as well, and if someone came in and like say the shirt smelled like perfume, or the tag wasn't still on the shirt and they didn't have the receipt, they didn't get the return, you know?
Well, why is it different for the
Στο
power tool?
λεωφορείο για τα παιδιά.
Well, with a power tool, I think it's obvious, and I think if the customer service person who's making the return is knowledgeable enough, they're going to be able to tell if a tool is used or not. I mean, you're going to have markings. I don't think you can use a power tool without marking it up a little bit. You know, so I think everything kind of has its own variation, but I think for most things, I think I trust the consumer, or I trust the store to put it back into circulation correctly, and in most things they should be sending it back to the manufacturer and getting a recredited item.
Yeah, all right, Dave. Still, would you want to buy a used car at a new car price, paying for something that's never been used, hopefully, before? Amanda in Matawan, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey guys, love your show.
Thanks.
I'm just calling because I currently work at Kohl's Return Center, and you wouldn't believe the things people bring back. I've had dirty bed sheets that were over a year old.
Oh.
They had the receipt. I had to return them. I've had bras. I don't even touch this stuff. I'll use a pen to pick it up. It's really sad, and the customers feel very entitled, like it's their right to bring it back, and they should be able to.
What is the policy?
Well, we have a yes you can policy, so typically we take it all back, but if it's bed sheets, anything bedding, anything like that, we send it back to the manufacturer. It does not go back out on the floor.
So is your return any item anytime for any reason?
Yeah, we'll give you a store credit if you don't have the receipt. It's not typically the price that you would have paid for the item, but if you have the receipt, it could be from 1997. If you have that receipt, we have to take it back and give you the price that you had paid.
Well, 1997.
Yeah, I had someone return something that was from 1997, last year.
What was it? Do you remember?
Crazy. It was sneakers.
Ah,
That's not.
did they look remotely like they were new?
No, not at all.
And yet they took them back. All right, Amanda.
That is stealing. I don't care what anyone says. That is stealing.
Thanks for your call. Lynetta from Morris Plains. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, how are you?
All right.
I'm a listener. Love the show.
Thank you.
So, my part-time job, I work in retail, and it's kind of like my mindless job. I do enjoy it. However, people come in and return items that smell of cat pee, or you see dog hair on the clothing. And I don't want to judge my customers, but I'm thinking in my head, what does your house look like? If this shirt smells as it does, how do you live?
Well, yeah, so maybe they're not the most tidy person in the world.
Oh, yeah, but if you're returning it for credit, first of all, it shouldn't smell. It shouldn't look disheveled. But people return things. You'd be surprised what people return. And unfortunately, we can't accuse anyone of wearing the garments and returning it. They could sue us. So we just have to take back the garments and they get credit, and then, management just deals with it. But you'd be surprised at the smell of things.
Yeah, well, why would you take something back that smelled like cat pee?
Unfortunately, we have to take it back. We damage it out and the store gets credit, but you have to take it. And then you can pass it up to a manager, and then they could use their discretion and, give the polite no. But as just a regular employee, we don't have that authority, and we have the power of yes. So we kind of just have to, go and just say yes.
Wow.
No,
All right, Lynetta, thanks for your call. Well, apparently, these places will take anything back at any time.
They're going to allow it.
Yeah, I guess if you're going to take something back that smells like cat pee without blinking an eye or batting an eye, I guess people are going to take advantage of that. Jenny in Hopewell, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi.
Hi.
My husband and I bought a garbage disposal at a home center, and when our plumber came to install it, we started looking at the project, and he came up to us and he said, I'm really sorry to tell you this, but I'm pretty sure that this garbage disposal has already been used. And we were like, how could that be? Because why would that ever be? And he said, well, sometimes people will go, they need a new garbage disposal, they'll go buy one, and then they'll wrap up their old one in the box and return it. And if the store doesn't open it, they don't realize,
whatever store you're returning that item to. However, there is a different variable where there are stores that have a very, very relaxed and lenient return policy, and you don't have to come in making believe that you didn't use it or wear it. They do not care. They don't even ask you. They couldn't care less. That is their policy. They have a reason for doing it. They think it's better business. They think they bring in more customers. They're going to do more revenue.
Or they just pass it on to manufacturers, as we heard from a previous guy. And if every customer did that, Steve, all those stores would be out of business. We're up against the clock, Steve. Thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
Jim Gerhardt, weekday mornings, 6 to 10. Thank you for what you do for the citizens of New Jersey. On New Jersey 101.5.
Mountain Jam 2015. With the Black Keys, the legendary Robert Plant, Government Mules, Dark Side of the Mule, Alabama Shakes, Grace Potter, Mountain Jam at Hunter Mountain, June 4th through the 7th. Headlining Thursday night, Mo, Michael Franti, Big Gigantic, The Wailers and Revolution, Joe Russo's Almost Dead, Railroader, Lake Street Dive, Trigger Hippie, Benjamin Booker, Rusted Root, A.B. Helm, and more. Mountain Jam 2015. 4 days, 40 bands, the Black Keys. WKXW Trenton, WKXW HD. From New Jersey's most listened to station, New Jersey 101.5 News starts now.
It's 4 o'clock. I'm Kelly Waldron. Topping our report this hour, we're getting word that prosecutors are moving toward charging a Florida eye doctor over his dealings with New Jersey U.S. Senator Bob Menendez. A person familiar with the Justice Department investigation says authorities are expected to bring criminal charges soon against both Dr. Solomon Melgen and Menendez. New Jersey is no stranger to organized crime, but these days there are dozens of different Asian, African, Russian, and Middle Eastern organizations. FBI Supervisory Special Agent Anthony Zambonia says some of them wind up working with local gangs.
For example, a Russian group or an Italian group working with what is traditionally looked at as a street gang, the Bloods or the Crips.
He says most mobs use violence or the threat of it to get what they want. Newark police are searching for a prisoner this afternoon who escaped from a guarded hospital room. Elijah Shabazz had been admitted to University Hospital with chest pains. Doctors discovered he wasn't in his room shortly after 11 o'clock, and the hospital was put on lockdown. That has since been lifted, but the search continues. Shabazz was being held on robbery, burglary, and resisting arrest charges. Sales tax on non-commercial boats in New Jersey would be capped at $20,000 under a measure being co-sponsored by Senator Jeff Van Drew.
Which is still plenty of sales tax to collect, but at least there's a cap so that folks can be competitive.
Van Drew says boat sales in New Jersey are severely hampered because some other states in the Northeast charge less sales tax for them. What's so great about the Garden State? Each Monday at this time, we profile some of the individuals and groups that make the Garden State such a great place to live. A New Jersey charity helps children while honoring the memory of Bianca Yodice.
Bianca's Kids was established in 2010 by Debbie Savigliano after her niece was tragically killed as a pedestrian trying to cross Route 1 in Edison. Savigliano says Bianca worked with kids, which inspired the cause.
And what we do is we provide granted wishes and basic needs to foster and needy children around New Jersey.
The nonprofit has helped over 12,000 children. The wishes range from new homes to iPads to basic everyday needs. The organization is 100% volunteer, with all funding coming from private donations.
We live in the most amazing state. The people that live in New Jersey are the most giving, caring, generous individuals, and it's thanks to them that we've been able to make so many kids happy.
Find out more by visiting biancaskids.org. Matthew White, New Jersey 101.5 News.
Do you have more good news about New Jersey? Let us know at NJ1015.com. The New Jersey news you need to know anytime at NJ1015.com. New Jersey 101.5 News Time, 4:03. New Jersey fast traffic in 1 minute.
New Jersey Radio.
It just makes me entertained while I'm working.
New Jersey 101.5.
Spring is here, which means the only thing predictable about the weather is that it's unpredictable. Kind of like the accidents it can cause. If you need repairs to your Ford, get them with Ford Collision Parts. The parts made by the same people who built it in the first place. And right now, you can get a $100 mail-in rebate when your collision repair includes $500 in new Ford parts. So get the right parts and repairs to keep your Ford a Ford. Learn more at takeagoodlook.com/rebate. Only valid on repairs done in a qualifying body shop. Offer ends 5/31/15. Rebate by prepaid debit card. One rebate per VIN per household. Cannot be combined with any other manufacturer offer. For exclusions and rebate details, visit takeagoodlook.com/rebate.
New Jersey 101.5 News Time, 4:04. Here's Open Road Honda, New Jersey fast traffic.
Things are getting really busy on a stretch of the Garden State Parkway south to at 82 and 80. Add an extra 3 or 4 minutes to the rise of that stretch while an accident gets clear. This report is sponsored by Staples. Staples has great deals on everything you need to promote your business, from business cards, brochures, and banners to pens, magnets, calendars, even foam fingers. Make on budget happen. Make getting noticed happen. Staples, make more happen. Still not a bad looking afternoon. New Jersey Turnpike or 287. Actually, 287 South has started a bunch up a bit up in the Hanover area between exit 39 and 37. No accident, just traffic along the way. 24 bunching up.
Εδώ δεξιά και αριστερά είναι το ναυτικού στρατώνας. Εδώ είναι που φυλάνε όλα τα μεγάλα, τα ακριβά πυρομαχικά. και πάνε με τρένο στο θάλασσα και τα πουλάνε ή τα πάνε σε άλλα καράβια. Εδώ είχα κάνει μια δουλειά παλιά στην αριστερή μεριά και που είναι τα πιο βαριά και τα πιο ακριβά. Εδώ που θα είναι το φως πριν το επόμενο highway, δηλαδή δρόμος, μέχρι εκεί κρατάει.
And Amazon.com is introducing a referral service to help people to get projects and chores done around their homes. Amazon Home Services is making its nationwide debut today. It poses a potential threat to other online referral and business rating services, including Angie's List, Yelp, and Thumbtack. New Jersey Business Action Center, here to help your business grow globally. Realize your company's export potential and join the nation's $2 trillion export business. Grants are available. Call 866-534-7789. Here with the latest web updates on NJ1015.com is our news producer, Matthew White.
Right now at NJ1015.com, the very latest on the German airliner crash with details on what may have caused the co-pilot to deliberately bring the plane down. We have an update on the aftermath and cleanup of the New York City gas explosion. You can read more on some of our other featured reports from the newsroom, including whether Jersey could end the controversial park tests, Sayreville's football coach ready to turn the page on last year's scandal, and a look at the summer job market down the shore. A beloved Wawa employee was fired after a customer complained. Find out what led to his dismissal and how customers are reaching out in support. And check out an exclusive report today on whether organized crime is still alive and well here in the Garden State. Be the first to know. Get breaking news and weather alerts straight to your smartphone. Text news to 89,000. All of this and more online now at NJ1015.com.
Meteorologist Dan Zaro's complete forecast coming up in 2 minutes.
New Jersey news. The most effective and unbiased reporting of what happens here in New Jersey. New Jersey 101.5.
Get the car of your dreams at the Honda Dream Garage sales event taking place.
Μπαίνουμε στο 18 βόρεια, north, 18 north.
Months with $29.99 due signing and the usual modest inception fees. Check PrincetonHonda.com for details. Don't forget, all 2015 Hondas come standard with Bluetooth and rear view camera. Get peace of mind with Honda of Princeton Care. All new Hondas come with 2 years, 24,000 miles of factory scheduled maintenance. 2 years of prepaid maintenance at no cost to you, up to a $500 value. With low-cost financing and their vehicle exchange program, Honda of Princeton can get you into a brand new Honda at or near your current monthly payment. So dream on at Honda of Princeton. Real deals you can trust. It's the Honda of Princeton way. Route 206 Princeton, just 2 miles north of the university and downtown Princeton.
Do you have $10,000 or more in outstanding federal student loans? Well, you may qualify to have your entire student loan forgiven with one free call. That's right. If you're a teacher, nurse, police officer, firefighter, or work for a nonprofit, then you may qualify for new federal programs to have your entire student loan forgiven. The Student Loan Council wants to give you free information on all the programs that can help. And the sooner you call, the faster they can help. Get the maximum loan forgiveness, loan reduction, or consolidation available. Plus, find out in the first free call what you qualify for. A loan forgiveness specialist is standing by to answer all of your questions for free. So stop worrying about your student loan payments. If you have more than $10,000 in federal student loans, this information could change your life. Call 800-579-4409. 800-579-4409. Completely wipe out your federal student loan debt. Find out how. 800-579-4409. That's 800-579-4409.
New Jersey 101.5 news time 4:09. New Jersey 101.5 instant weather.
Skies will clear slowly tonight, and we'll see low temperatures dropping down into the mid-30s or so. Some places could drop into the 20s in the coldest places in the state, that is. Partly to mostly cloudy skies tomorrow, and through the afternoon and evening, we'll see a chance for showers. It'll start as rain, but we could see some snowflakes mixing in as temperatures drop tomorrow night. Highs tomorrow will range from the upper 40s in North Jersey to about 60 degrees in South Jersey. Wednesday, we are looking a bit cooler as highs fall back to the upper 40s, but we'll see mostly sunny skies. And Thursday looks partly sunny, breezy, and mild. Highs recover to around 60 degrees. I'm meteorologist Dan Zero.
Westfield 51, Howell 54, Williamstown 55. New Jersey weather made possible by Reproductive Medicine Associates of New Jersey. Have questions about your fertility with success rates nearly 20% higher than the national average? Reproductive Medicine Associates of New Jersey is the place to start getting the answers you need. To learn more, visit rmanj.com. That's rmanj.com. Like us on Facebook for New Jersey news as it happens from New Jersey 101.5.
New Jersey 101.5, our own radio station. Not New York, not Philadelphia. Proud to be New Jersey. New Jersey 101.5.
New Jersey chime time, 4:11. Kaminsky and Doyle. I'm
Big Bill Doyle.
No Jeff Dominski. Jeff's on his honeymoon in Fiji. I assume he got there okay. And Joe V is co-hosting with me, our producer. And something that caught my attention over the weekend was a house fire, and it was a tragic one because a woman died. And I've never been through a house fire. I've never even witnessed a house fire, but they always just strike me as particularly tragic, even when no one dies. Because things can happen to you in life when your house gets broken into and some of your stuff gets taken. But there are very few times when everything you own is gone. And that's what happens to a lot of people who survive a house fire. Everything that they held dear, other than the humans and the pets, could have gone up in flames. I mean, things you never even think about grabbing are suddenly sorely missed. And I just wanted to talk for a while about house fires. I know it's not the happiest subject, but people who have survived them, people who've lived through them, you know, what it was like trying to rebuild after losing everything. I mean that metaphorically, trying to rebuild your life when so much of it was consumed by the fire. And I know way back in the 90s, I was going to physical therapy. The physical therapist, Robin, had just had a house fire, and it was just all so consuming to her. I mean, I went to physical therapy for a long, long time, and that's all she was talking about. And I don't fault her for that, because it apparently just totally upended their life like you couldn't believe. Like, all your furniture's gone, all your important papers are gone, unless you put them in a safety deposit box, which people, the experts, recommend that you do. And all of a sudden you have nothing. I mean, you're starting off with nothing. Hopefully you have insurance, but what if you don't? I mean, there was also that big diner fire over the weekend where they didn't have fire insurance because it had gotten too expensive, and they wound up losing everything, which is another sad story. And also, if you've never been through a fire, that's okay too. But what would you grab if your house was on fire and it was safe to grab one thing? And I know a fireman's going to call in and say, you don't grab anything, you just get out. Okay, so that's the recommended way to do it. Don't grab anything, just get out. But if you had to pick one thing, theoretically, what would you grab? And I think that kind of tells you what's important to you, doesn't it? I mean, let's assume, of course, your children, all the humans, and even your pets made it out. So you're not risking anything for your child or for your pet.
One material item.
Yeah, one item. What would you grab, Joe?
I mean, it sounds like the cliche answer, I think. I think we're going to hear a lot of this hour. But my phone. I mean, we were even saying earlier today how it's not, phones now, like smartphones nowadays aren't just phones. They have everything. They have so much information and ways to contact people. I feel like that's the only thing that would be worth pulling out of there.
I would not say phone.
What would yours be?
Well, it depends. If I'm on the second floor where my bedroom is, when the fire breaks out, I grab my computer. My main, my desktop computer, I have one in the bedroom. It has like 8 hard drives in it, and I think three of them are photographs.
Okay.
So I'm taking that sucker.
If we had to go with, if we're excluding technology, my cousin painted me a photo of Joe Strummer from The Clash and gave it to me for my birthday a couple of years ago, and it's hanging in my room, has ever since I got it. I'd probably take that.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
So what would you grab? 1-800-283-101.5, or if you did survive a house fire, how hard was it to rebuild your life? 1-800-283-101.5. Felicia from Titusville. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, actually I was renting a beautiful Victorian home
home, I was downstairs. The folks upstairs, the investigation found out it was they were smoking in the bed, and the bed caught on fire, and they panicked and ran out, and just let the whole place basically go. I was at work. They didn't even contact me. Hours later, I came home to find they were kind of wrapping things up at that point and the fire out, but most of my stuff was gone. The scary part, it turned out fine, was my cat was in the house, and she never told the firefighters, nobody, that my cat was in there. We went running in, and he did survive. We found a little corner in a closet, and he, after a few days in the hospital, he was okay. But
did you like lose all your clothes and everything?
I lost all my clothes. Yeah, that was all gone. I had some antique furniture that had been damaged because of the water. That really, the water and the smoke, yes, obviously the fire, because it came straight down into my bedroom, was above theirs, or below theirs. So that was destroyed. But in another room, I had some antique furniture, and that they were able to recover and fixed up. Thank goodness for renter's insurance.
Did you have any important documents you lost?
Not so much. That was kind of in a different area. I'm single, and I never owned anything or this or that, so not so much. Some photos, some very important photos, they were able to recover, and you could still see now there's burn marks and stuff on them, but they were in glass, so that kind of helped.
How long were you displaced?
About 4 months.
Wow.
And then, by the time the landlords got everything fixed up and this and that, I had to move on. I found another apartment.
Yeah, I would think after 4 months. All right, Felicia, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. All right, well, that's fine. If you've lived through a house fire, how much did it affect your life? How upside down did it make your life? And if you haven't, what would you grab? What would be the one thing you would grab other than your kids and your pets if your house caught on fire? 1-800-283-101.5. Carol from Edison, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi.
Hi.
I enjoy your show very much.
Thank you.
Our house didn't burn down, thank God. The man who built our fireplace in the addition to our home didn't put a proper firewall behind the fireplace. He was the former fire commissioner in one of the local towns here. I won't mention the name, but you don't have time. It was exactly 39 years ago. I was pregnant with my son. He's 38 now. And my daughter went upstairs after watching Sonny and Cher. It was 9 o'clock, and she said there was smoke coming from her closet. And it had been snowing. We did have the fireplace on. Not a big roaring fire, but there was smoke coming from her closet. I said, get your coat on, get across the street. We had a fireman who lived there. The fire department was less than 5 minutes away. They came in. They were wonderful. They were wonderful. It was unbelievable. It was snowing outside. My neighbors came from all over, and they were saying they would be in hysterics. And I said, no, my daughter's out. My husband is in with the firemen, but they were in and putting smoke ejectors from the windows. And we really didn't lose the house. We have what's called balloon construction. If it had taken hold, it would have taken the house. But you don't have time to get out. In the time it took me to get a pair of boots on and my coat, the house was full of smoke.
Wow. That's going to be terrifying.
That's scary.
All right, hey, Carol, I'm sorry, we're up against the clock. Thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. What about you, living through a house fire? 1-800-283-101.5. Or, if you haven't, what would you grab if your house caught on fire? 1-800-283-101.5. Here's Open Road Honda, New Jersey Fast Traffic.
A couple of accidents to watch out for. One's on the Parkway on the southbound side coming at exit 80 heading in through Tom River. We've got some slow traffic heading into that area. 287 at Hanover southbound side is jammed at exit 40 down to 37 over by Route 24. It's a crash. The right lane is currently blocked off so far. The New Jersey Turnpike at Plymouth Rock Assurance get home safer. Moving along pretty well. East and western spurs to the car. In the truck lanes, Route 1 through Edison is very slow on the northbound side. 18 in East Brunswick a little bit crowded too. And the traffic across the Hudson River, 15 minutes coming into New Jersey at the Holland Tunnel, better at the Lincoln. Leaving New Jersey, worst of it's been the George Washington Bridge, 10 to 15 minutes into the upper level tolls. Tom Rivers, New Jersey traffic north.
Christina Stolfo, New Jersey traffic south. We're looking at delays on the Garden State Parkway southbound, approaching exit 25, where we have road work. Right lane is blocked off here. Also 295 south, a little bit slow between exit 36 and 34. Gets a little bit heavier, though, between exit 29 and 26. Northbound side looks okay passing these spots. 70 eastbound in Cherry Hill out through Cooper Landing Road and Kings Highway is a little bit slow, so it's 42 on the southbound side between Route 130 and the area of Creek Road. Traffic every 15 minutes. Next report from the Plymouth Rock Assurance Traffic Desk at 4:33 on New Jersey 101.5.
Looking forward to your tax refund? So are identity thieves who steal refunds by filing fraudulent tax returns. Last year alone, they stole more than an estimated $5 billion from hardworking Americans just like you. Once identity thieves get a hold of your tax forms, watch out. They know that virtually all the information they need to steal your identity and even your life savings is right there. Help protect yourself with LifeLock Ultimate Plus. LifeLock Ultimate Plus provides protection for your social security number, bank accounts, investments, even the equity in your home. And while no one can stop all identity theft and nobody can monitor every single business, LifeLock Ultimate Plus provides their most comprehensive identity theft protection available. If you're filing taxes this year, especially if you're filing online, get LifeLock Ultimate Plus. Visit LifeLock.com and use promo code AWARE or call and mention AWARE to save 10%. Call 800-520-9094. 800-520-9094. 800-520-9094. Hey, it's Stormy Warren here. Tickets are on sale for Taste of Country Music Festival. Don't miss the Northeast first and only country music camping festival, Hunter Mountain, New York, June 12th through the 14th, starring Tim McGraw, Keith Urban, Toby Keith, Billy Currington, Young Band, Jared Neiman, Sarah Evans, Easton Corbin, Chase Bryant, Old Ford, Josh Abbott Band, Tracy Lawrence, Low Cash, Logan Mize, Western Underground, and many more. The Taste of Country Music Festival at the Hunter Mountain Resort in New York's Catskill Mountains. Camp under the stars, June 12th through 14th. Camping packages, resort accommodations, and tickets are on sale now at tasteofcountryfestival.com. That's tasteofcountryfestival.com.
Severe weather alert. When the weather's at its worst, we're at our best. Meteorologist Dan Zarrow keeps you ahead of Jersey spring storms. New Jersey 101.5.
Made possible by Teachers Insurance Plan of New Jersey, Levinson Axelrod, and Caldwell University.
New Jersey 101.5 instant weather. Skies will continue to clear tonight, and we're looking a bit chilly. Lows mainly in the mid-30s, a few 20s possible on the coldest spots. Tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy skies to start. Not a bad morning, but by the afternoon and evening, some rain showers moving in. As temperatures drop tomorrow night, that rain could briefly change over to snow, and maybe even some light accumulations will pile up in North Jersey. Highs will range from the upper 40s to upper 50s for tomorrow. Wednesday, we're done with the rain and the snow. We return to sunshine. It will be a bit cool with highs in the upper 40s, but a nice warm-up for Thursday with highs topping out around 60 degrees. I'm meteorologist Dan Zarrow.
In Basking Ridge, it's 49. Point Pleasant, 54. Deptford, 55. Weather every 10 minutes on New Jersey 101.5. Get meteorologist Dan Zarrow's 5-day forecast anytime at NJ1015. David Bradley Chocolate Factory, where you'll find traditional chocolate Easter eggs, bunnies, jelly chicks, and everything else you can imagine for all your Easter baskets, including their famous Boo Boo Bacon bunnies. Sweet! David Bradley Chocolate Factory in Windsor or online at dbchocolate.com. It is 4:24 on a Monday. I was talking about house fires, and if you've lived through one, I'd be really interested to know how long it took you to get back to normal after losing everything in many cases. Your clothes, your furniture, you name it. And if you haven't been through that, what would you grab? What do you think you would grab as an intellectual exercise? Because we know you're not supposed to grab anything. You're supposed to just get out of the house as quickly as possible. 1-800-283-101.5. Pat in South Philly, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Yes, how you doing?
Okay.
Yeah, well, we had a fire a few years ago back in 2002, and the problem with that was, when you experience something like that, you don't think at first, luckily we were all out of the house when it happened. There was a a brand new gas dryer, excuse me. And it was less than a few weeks old, and it caught up. And, you know, you get these so-called fire chasers that show up outside your house, and they promise this is like a so-called adjustment. They're going to come in, they're going to get your house together, and you're going to get back into your home and everything. It took me over 3 years to get back.
Whoa! Wow.
Yeah, 3 years to get back in. The primary insurance company didn't handle it, so they had to go to Big Brother across the pond, Lloyd's of London. Got them involved with it because they underwritten the insurance company. And it was a terrible mess. We lost everything from wedding pictures, wedding dresses, the kids' social security numbers, everything. And it was just a hassle just trying to get our lives back.
Did you wind up back in the same house, though?
Yes, we did. We had probably about $86,000 worth of damage. We were told with a relatively small fire, we'd be back in our home. But the adjuster drugged his feet, had a warrant taking him to court. Had to go, you know, all parties involved had a warrant taking him to court, and it was a real hassle, man, I tell you. And then they wound up jacking up my insurance on my house because the house was empty. They told me I went from a $450 a month mortgage to over a $1,500 a month mortgage. They told me the house was empty.
Wow.
Yeah, so, you know, that was terrible. It really was. And we're back on our feet. Thank God nobody was hurt. But I tell you, I don't wish that on anybody.
Yeah, that sounds awful. What did you do for, like, clothes and things right at the beginning?
Oh, well, you know, we had the max credit cards out. You had to borrow money. You had to do what you had to do to get by.
Did you wind up in debt because of it?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you had no choice. What were you going to do?
Wow, that's terrible. I mean, but is everything good now?
Excuse me?
Is everything good now?
Yeah, everything's fine now. It was so long getting back in the house. I mean, we had like, you know, so-called disaster insurance to take care of the mortgage and everything. You know, we figured, you know, we give it to the insurance company, it would pay the mortgage while we were out. It was a relatively small fire. The adjuster dragged his feet, never notified the insurance company in the first 90 days. I received one letter in the mail on Friday saying they're going to take care of the mortgage. Then I received another letter on Monday saying that we waited too long and they weren't going to pay it. So it was just like one nightmare after another.
Wow, that's awful. Well, I'm glad things kind of got back to normal for you, Pat. Thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. What about you? Have you... I realize most people haven't lived through the house fire, but if you have, 1-800-283-101.5. And if not, what do you think you would grab in a case of a fire? And I found this list. Actually, there are tons of lists on what to grab, and they all say the same thing. Don't grab anything unless it's safe, and make sure the kids are okay, make sure all the people are okay, make sure the pets are okay. And then the things you might want to think about grabbing if it's convenient: a wallet or purse. That's in my pocket all the time, so I'm not going to worry about that. List of phone and account numbers for all your creditors, especially your insurance company. Okay, I don't have those all together in one spot. That might be a little difficult. Important identifications or documents like passports, birth certificates, social security cards, all that stuff would be gone. I mean, we have all that in the house, and they also say don't put that in the house. You really need to have that in the safety deposit box at the bank, and don't keep it at home. Ray in Tom's River, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Yes, how you doing?
Okay.
We had a fire back in 2011. It originated down in the basement, believe it or not, a fish tank light. But basically, we had to have the whole basement gutted and refinished. And the smoke gets everywhere in the house, so there was still some other damage, even though not framework-wise with the rest of the house. Now, I heard one of your previous callers say he had a bad experience with a private adjuster, but I actually hired one, and it actually was a great experience because he did everything, absolutely everything. He didn't have to do, you know, he took a lot of the worry out of, you know, the hassle of doing everything with the insurance. But it is just a traumatic experience because you're being relocated. We were out of our house for about 8 months, and it's just tough. We had 2 young kids buying it, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Where did you stay?
Initially, I stayed with my mother-in-law for about a week, and then the insurance company, after everything was set up, we were put in the house for about, I guess maybe about 7 of the 8 months. So we actually did get put in a nice-sized house and everything like that, but it's still not the same when you're not with everything and your belongings and so forth.
Were your kids in school?
Yes, they were in high school, and the one nice thing also about the convenience factor when they put us in the house was, believe it or not, it was one development over from where we lived. So they just had to take a different bus.
Φτάσαμε σπίτι. Αυτή ήταν διαδρομή από τη δουλειά μέχρι το σπίτι. March 29. Goodbye.